What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 5 of the Lunch Table Podcast.
Yes, sir.
So, as you can see, we have some new faces.
Hell
We
yeah.
have our first special guest from Alianza Efectiva. We got our boy Alan, our boy Juan.
You know what it
Let's
is,
give a round of
man.
applause, you know. How y'all doing today?
Good, bro. You feel
Y'all
me?
good?
Another day in the bay.
That's what's up.
That's good, bro.
So, let's get it popping. So, the first question that I wanted to ask you is, what got you into music, get inspired you to start your own band, the Alianza Efectiva?
Man, a lot of people don't believe it, but when I first started, I was a boxer. Like, I don't know if y'all
Oh, yeah,
remember.
yeah,
I used
that
to
was
be
sir.
Yeah, that was
Back
one
in
of the
middle
things
school.
we're gonna bring.
I used to be boxing back then, you know, so music was not even nowhere in my, like, you know, my goals, you know, like that, you know. But then I couldn't do boxing anymore, so then I was like, damn, I was over there playing baseball, trying to figure out what I was going to do, you know, just jumping sport to sport, see what's up, doing little things there, here and there. So finally, you know, my close boy, you know, that fool started singing and stuff while I was boxing and stuff, but I never really paid much mind of it. And then I don't know, like, things went the way they did, and I just decided to make my own group.
You said something about boxing. You said you didn't do that no more. Like, what happened?
So I had broke my hand.
Shit, bro.
I broke my hand, so I was doing good, you know. Like I did that for like what 5 years.
Yeah, I remember you.
So I was doing hella good. I was an amateur boxer. You know, register my hands, all that stuff. Like I was on the book. I had my own books.
Dope.
So it was cool, you know. It was a cool experience. But honestly, I thought I was gonna be a boxer. Like my life, I was like, damn, I'm about to be a professional boxer. But then I was like, you know what? Since I couldn't do it anymore, I was like, that's when I got a little lost. But it's all because I can't close my hand.
How do you break it? What happened?
I was like messing around with the dude, you know, sparring and just, you know, being cocky with it and just didn't close my hand all the way and just.
Damn.
You know?
Do you ever find like it's hard to like play the guitar or something in instruments because of the injury?
I mean, nah. That's more like if I hit someone or something like that. I could be playing, you know, I could still use my fingers. Just like when I put the pressure.
Oh,
That's
okay.
when it's like my hand gets swollen. My hand, like if I were to ever fight someone, like it's either he's gonna fix my hands. Or more, you know?
Were you not wearing like the wrap or something? Or
No,
what happened?
I was wearing the wraps. You know, it's just like I didn't close my hand, so I just full force just, you know, not closing. You gotta close your fist.
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember it kind of came out of nowhere. I remember we had PE
Yeah.
with everybody, with Chewy and everybody. And it was hella funny because one day you just, I'm going to start singing. And we were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was just random,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, it was just so random.
Yeah. So, like, I know, like, because I make music too. So it's
Yeah.
like kind of weird when your family, you kind of tell them.
Yeah,
You know, like, how do you think, like, your family, like, how do you expect them to react and how do they react to you? You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie, like they thought it was just like anybody else. They didn't really take it serious. They're
Yeah.
like, what the hell? Like, what are you talking about? You gonna start singing? Like, what? But then they see me get to it, and I started forming my group. You know, I started getting to it, like putting all the puzzles together, talking to a few people. You know, making stuff happen. You know, like my first event ever was at San Lorenzo.
Yeah.
One day.
The dance, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
baile,
I
the
remember that.
little baile that we had. What was it? La Raza.
Something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, La
Something
Raza.
like that, yeah.
Hell yeah! Shout out to La Raza. But yeah, I had went in one day at lunch, like a random lunch, bro. Like I just walked into her classroom to talk to the main person that hosts those events, and yeah, she was like, I started talking to her like, "What's up? Can you give my group a chance? Like at least 3 songs. You don't gotta pay me nothing. Fit me in like in someone's break. Like
That's
let me
good.
just
That's
And she was like, "It's good." She's like, "I'm gonna talk to my people and I can see what I could do." And then later on that day, since I have her as a teacher, she talked to me like once the class ended, and she was like, "Yeah, we're gonna put you in." And she's like, "Depending on it goes, I'll give you some money." And I was like, "It's good under the table though, so that way you don't gotta do taxes and none of that."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, it's good, hell yeah."
How do you,
That's exactly
how do you
what
feel
happened.
That you're a new member to Alianza Efectiva.
To be honest, I feel like it's really gonna pop off. Like we got pretty cool projects. I just joined like 3 weeks ago, and we were
Oh, really?
got stuff going.
So,
Hella new.
Yeah. So I'm excited and thankful for Brody over here.
Yeah, that's
bringing
good.
me in.
how'd y'all get in contact?
Shit, he just hit me up on Instagram, and we just
It was actually Requintero.
yeah.
The Requintero
wow.
was talking to me about him. And I was like, let me see what you're talking about. I started hearing his videos on Instagram. That's when I was like, okay, hit him up, let him know if he wants to like do a little practice, because that's usually what I do, you know, test people out, see how they do.
Yeah,
but it's not always about just the music, you know. It's about how the person is, you know, responsible, you know, the way they play, little things. The way because they could play good, they could be responsible, but then if you don't connect with them, what's the point, you know?
Yeah.
You wanna work with someone that you know you're gonna see working in the long run.
Got it. Yeah.
Someone you can click with, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like synergy or whatever.
Yeah.
Did you see potential like that night you first played, or was that like later on? Like that night you played at the school. Like, did you know it was like, all right, this is something I could do?
Yeah, for sure, bro.
So that's
like,
when you saw the
I ain't
potential?
gonna lie, like there's videos you could even see in the videos. Like I was excited, I was hella happy. I jumped off the stage, almost fell. Jumped off the stage, almost fell. Started singing, kept it singing. Like I was still singing midair. Type thing.
Yeah, you were like a celebrity for a few weeks. I remember that. People.
Yeah, the people were hella like, damn, this fool just started singing. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So everybody at school was shocked because they're like, what? This fool went from a boxer to doing this.
We're like all familiar with you, so it's like crazy seeing like you from like the beginning
In class too, with talking shit.
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
Post you on Snapchat and everything. And you can see how comfortable you are with it now. Like you're smoother than like how much better you've gotten.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he used to be like singing happy birthday to some teachers.
Yeah, every time.
yeah.
We sing happy birthday every time.
Anytime he would sing happy birthday, bro, we would turn up. Like everybody turned up.
Everybody was just a happy mood.
Yeah, phones out, recording.
Phones out, recording every
Even though you can't have phones in class and stuff.
Yeah, the girls would be like, Alan. Sing, man.
Yeah, they were like, sing another one, a romantic song. They wanted the romantic songs, you know, girls. They want like the romantic stuff.
Yeah, I think it was Cinco de Mayo, bro. We all went in the parking lot, and then you did like a little concert.
Oh, that's another thing.
I remember that shit.
It was like randomly. I just pulled up to the it was on lunch.
Yeah.
I was telling everybody in the morning like I'm gonna do a little random, you know, out of nowhere. Like it was last minute. I brought
It's
some
pretty
instruments.
big for it being last minute.
I know there was a lot of
Yeah.
girls that pulled up.
I remember that shit.
Nah, it was cool though. It was fun. Those were like, damn. I ain't gonna lie. I miss high school days. High school days were fun. As hell.
Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah.
So kind of branching off of success, we saw like your numbers on Spotify. I just want to say like good job to you guys. Like how does that make you feel, bro?
Nah.
Y'all did like 500,000 streams. Like,
And in 39 countries? That's crazy.
no, I think it was like 60.
60.
Something like that.
60, yeah. Okay.
66, 67.
66, 67.
But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's a big milestone for us for sure, because like, you know, especially when people are seeing you from like, you know, all over the world and stuff, you know, that like I got people hearing me from like China,
Oh, for real?
Germany, like
What the damn?
fucking Jamaica, like, you know, it's crazy. Like there's actually Mexican people that live out there slapping, or either that, or someone random talking about like, bro, you hear this dude? Like this boy singing,
Yeah.
you know? Because even though, like, you know, people out of state, whenever I come encounter with them, they're like, damn, bro, like you get down. The sounds, they sounds good, even though I don't know what's talking about. I give them a little bit of it, you know. I'd be like, you know what, like this, I'm telling like a story, like it's a Mexican story, or if not, it's like it's a romantic song, because it's different. It's a little bit different. It's a different genre to whatever they're used to, you know.
Yeah.
And with success always comes hate. How do you deal with like haters or people that like try to put you down on like what you do?
Man, I never cared, to be honest. Like
Do
even,
you get a lot of it though?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Since in high school, I never really got as much. Like in high school, it was mostly just positive, because I feel like we were all young, you know. So people didn't really hate as much.
supporting it. Yeah.
But when you get older, you know that Nvidia is really like you start realizing like, damn, there's really like people that be hating on you, bro. Like, cause at first I didn't know people really hated on me like that, like, cause I was blind by it, you know. Cause I would think good of someone, you know, and wouldn't really ever think that of them. But then when it came down to hearing things, then I'm like, damn, like this is really real.
What would they say?
Well, like, you know, just little things, man, like that would catch you off guard. Like, I don't know, like, oh, like I heard this person that say that you don't sing good, or like you trying to act hard or whatever, like little stuff like that. But it's like, man, like, what are you doing for yourself, bro? You know, like what are you doing to come up in this world, bro?
Like any advice to like people who are like trying to like do something they like but are scared to get hate? other than like, oh, don't care, because it could be easy to say that, because like I know you for sure don't care, but there's other people that out there that probably
listen, yeah. There's a lot of people that listen to it and they get down and they should just give up, you know. But for me, it was different. It's like I would listen to it, I wouldn't care, because I came from like a gym, you know. So like I had in my corner people talking reckless, like, bro, you gonna let him hit you like that, like, you know? Like, and I wouldn't care, bro. Like I'd just be like, what? No, hell no, you know, like, you know. So I was already like mentally prepared in a way for situations like that. So, but when it happened with this, like I would have never thought it would have came with this, you know. I thought it was right here was gonna be more happier. He was playing an instrument, you know, all happy. But nah, it's like it's a lot of stuff you go through with music. Like there's a lot of ups and downs. It's not always ups. It might look like that, you know, but there's a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah,
in this,
that's
you know?
how everybody in social media, when they portray like the post and everything, they make it look like it's all perfect and stuff. But behind the scenes, like it's like
It's not all success.
There's
basically.
a lot of hard work that goes into it that the audience doesn't see.
what advice do you have for all the hate, and like how do you get rid
Shit.
block it out?
Just not listen to them, bro. To be honest, just keep moving forward. I mean, I get a lot of hate off playing Tuba. You know, there's a few out there that be like talking smack. But
Everybody got haters.
yeah, I mean, I just keep it going. It pushes me actually. You know, like I practice every day. I mean, he gives me advice like keep your head up, just keep it going. I mean,
That's what's up.
just never fall. You know.
That's what's up.
I heard the thing is that like you make it once you got haters, bro. Like once you got haters, that's how you know you're popping off.
Because
You
people
know?
was like they envy.
At the end of the day, haters are gonna hate all the time. And not even that, like you need the haters in this because that's just more promotion for you. At the end of the day, you could be talking shit. You could be talking mad stuff about someone. Next thing you know, he's like, "Oh, really?" He starts hearing you. He's probably saying like, "Yeah, he sucks." He gets home and he starts slapping your song at the house. Like, damn,
That's factual. That's factual.
showing his family like, "Bro, I just fucking, you know, someone just put me out with this new song right here." Like,
All right, so we're talking a lot about the good stuff. Do you have like a bad gig that you remember, like
like
Or just
bad
a weird
situations or like
yeah, just like a bad
dangerous situations or like bad gigs? Like, what do you mean? Like, as in we messed up?
You were like, bruh, I gotta get out of here. Like this is weird.
Yeah,
Like a gig where you were like,
I can't wait to get the fuck out of here. Basically,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well you gotta think about it, like, you know, like you gotta put yourselves in our shoes. Like we deal with a lot of drunk people. You know, we deal with
Any fights? No fights? Nothing.
Wrong. I could tell you millions of stories of what has happened over the years, but it's been a lot of like, you know,
Y'all just keep it respectful.
we keep with the músicos is a little different because they respect us. You know, they're hiring us, so think about it. They're paying money for us, so they don't want. Obviously, they're gonna treat us right. They're gonna make sure we leave out of there talking good about that family. You know, like, oh, that family brought us in. You know, like open hands. You know, they let us eat. You know, they took care of us. They give us water. You know, there's sometimes that people don't even offer water. Or they don't offer us food. So there's times where we just gotta go eat, or they just don't food to offer because everybody already ate it. You know, like little things like that.
it's fine.
It's all good.
Yeah, we'll cut that out.
But so yeah, so I mean,
yeah.
What are some?
What did your first like real paycheck feel like? Like, you know, like the first amount of money you get, and it's like, damn, like I'm really
Like off the music shit.
yeah.
well,
I'm
check it
off the
out.
music.
So check it out. So I was young when I started this. Thinking about it, I've been doing this maybe for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like think about, I'm 20 right now.
2017 to now.
5 years ago, man. So like, ever since then, when I first got my first paycheck, I think that day I played my first gig ever. I played like 2 gigs, like
How much,
in one day.
How much do you charge?
Well, at that time, I was probably charging like $220, $230 at
hour?
most. Yeah, at most, and that's rare. That's
That's
cheap as hell.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so when I was charging that much, man, I was a little 15-year-old making that much money that hour.
That's a lot of money. That's 50. I ain't gonna lie.
What did you spend it on, if you don't mind me asking?
Man,
Did you invest it or did
I
you just
invested
blow
it. I invested it
okay.
because I was smart. I'm always smart with my money, so I just invested it. You know, I invested it into the group. You know, gotta buy your equipment. You gotta buy certain things. You gotta upgrade certain things. So at first, I seen it as in like I never made money like this, so I'm not gonna spend it like if I had it. You know,
Yeah, you're not gonna blow
I'm gonna
it.
keep it. You know, I'm gonna keep it how I used to. Be shit broke as hell.
yeah.
You know, I'm a little kid. I didn't have money like that. Thing shit at the time I was probably working at McDonald's something like this.
I remember I seen you, bro.
Yeah, like, you know, like that's a real story. Like I was literally working at McDonald's. I'm never working there again. You know, it's just experience.
But it's cool that you say that because like you was working at McDonald's, but you was trying to make something happen like outside of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, it's just making money so I could be able to invest into the group or whatever the case was. You know.
And that shit ain't easy. Like when you like, cause we all have our own thing like outside of this that like we're just trying to like do something with this, but we all have like something going on outside and it's not easy.
Each person has their own life going on behind. But this is, you know, this is a big start doing something new. You know, you guys can get a lot out of this. Next, you know, you guys are gonna have big famous people in this. You know, this is a start from you know.
No, the special one is the very first one, so y'all.
Oh yes.
No, we keeping it 100. When we discussed, we were like, we gotta go big the first guest.
Yeah.
That was
And
literally.
we were like, we gotta start with Alan.
First
you know?
start.
Oh yeah.
First start.
Straight from the Bay, man.
Yeah.
And no, especially too, cause like we grew up with you, you know. So it's all like, bro, Alan's doing all this, and bro, we grew up with him. You know, I went to fucking middle school with Alan. I mean, not middle school, elementary school.
Elementary school.
I remember our mamas would talk like at the end of like school, you know, picking this up.
Yeah.
And then it's just crazy to think about it now. Like, oh, Alan's in his group and it's blowing up, and we're starting a podcast. Like, who would have thought? You know, like back in the day, we had like dreams to be like what, soccer players, boxers.
It goes from boxer to singer. It's pretty crazy.
That just goes to show it's like funny how life works.
Yeah, it's crazy. What would you? I know you have a lot of collabs with like La Peligrosa and stuff.
Yeah.
Which one would you say is your favorite?
My favorite
Your
collab,
favorite
like
collab.
as of right now.
Yeah, as of right now.
As of right now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like, well, cause look, we got some new stuff coming, you know. So
Oh, you
I
can't say too much.
I can't say too much.
Okay.
No, I could say a few artists. Like I got Los Reyes del Trono on there. They're another group from the Bay Area, and then I got some future collabs coming, but I just haven't recorded them, you know. But I could say another one, Ajetreo Personal. You know, those fools, they get down. They're from
I think from Sacramento.
Sacramento. Yeah, they're for Sacramento, but they already popped off. They're already in a big record label.
Oh, shit.
Are those groups that you look up to, or are there like other ones like who would you say like, oh, like I want to be like them? Who inspires you for both of you?
So who is our inspiration? Is music.
Yeah.
I mean, I look up to a lot of artists in LA because I feel like in LA, everything has already popped off over there. You know what I'm saying?
I want me trying to talk kind of about that.
So out here, I feel like the Bay Area is barely starting. I feel like this is gonna be like the new LA in a way, you know, because we're from California. We got a lot of talent people over here. We don't got much people doing stuff like this, you know. So I feel like out here it's gonna pop off just like how it did in LA. It's just taking us a little while because I guess we're just a bit slower over here. There's a lot of, you know.
Yeah, no, I do agree with him. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of talent out here. I know a few people that, you know, popping off and shit like that, you know.
Yeah. But man, I feel like that time's coming real soon though, you know, because once one artist pops off, another one's gonna pop off. Next, you know, you got people podcasting. What's up? How much? Then you know the podcast pops off.
We feel like we're like the first ones to really like do something with.
Like especially in the Bay too.
Yeah, you gotta rep it. You from the Bay, you know.
Yes,
Next,
sir.
you know, you're gonna have your own headquarters. It just with
Hopefully soon
anything.
too.
Yeah.
So they were talking about, you know, who you look up to or whatever, and I remember I think J.O.P. hit you up, no, about a song. How did that feel at the time? And or did it like boost your ego a little
Man,
bit?
that whole month, I was getting record day like deals like that whole month. I'm talking about I got like 5 record deals in 1 month.
Oh shit.
So when that happened, I was like, oh man, like it's getting serious now. Like, just like it was a shock, you know. I'm talking to each record label, like, all right, what do you guys got to offer? Let's talk. What do you guys on, you know? And then, you know, I just really thought about it. Like, you know, you got to really think about it. The money, you got to think about like, do you see yourself doing something with them? You know, like little things. Like there was big record labels like Rancho Milde also offered.
Oh wow.
You know, like BRF Music. Shout out to them. J.O.P. himself for his own record label.
Did offer you
Yeah, he offered me a deal as well.
Oh wow.
Who else offered me? Man, I can't even think. But then there's my record label that I'm in right now, which is CP Music.
CP Music.
Yeah, CP Music.
They had the best benefits and stuff, or?
I mean, yeah, I can't really say much about the contract, but
Right. Yeah.
But I could talk about, you know, how just little things that I liked about the label was that, you know, they were starting from the bottom a little bit. They were starting from the bottom, but they already had the connections because he's been in the game for so long.
Have you ever had like a moment where you were like about to give it all up, like at a low point? Or?
I mean, look, so when my first, so check it out. So I reconstructed this project like about 3 times. No lie.
You're
Oh, yeah, that's
the
right.
last original member.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So how many times did you actually
He
reconstruct?
said 3.
3.
3 times, like from the ground. Basically, this last time though, I built it from the ground up, from zero, like from scratch.
How recently?
Yeah, I want to say like 2 months, 3 months.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, but literally, I literally got to it, and maybe when did you join?
What, like 3 weeks ago?
He just joined like 3 weeks ago, man. He's fresh in this, so that's why you gotta, you know, show him around, let people know who he is. If people don't know, my boy just joined 3 weeks ago.
So how
What
does
day
it,
is it today?
Today's
it's like
Tuesday.
the 29th.
The
Yeah, sometime. Yeah.
29th.
yeah.
How does it feel being like the
Gotta
the
pay
new-
them bills soon, boy.
the newest,
The rent's coming up.
Juan, how does it feel being like the newest member? Like, do you feel like you have like catching up to do or some pressure?
Shit, yeah. I mean, I do gotta do some catching up to do because you know he already got songs that he recorded already, and I gotta learn them just for future events and stuff like that. But I mean, it's a piece of cake, you know. Once you once you know what to do, I mean, and you get straight to it, you could get anything done.
Yeah. So you play the
Tuba.
the tuba?
It's a
All right.
big ass
yeah.
tuba.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, what's up with that? Usually it's the fat guy doing the tuba.
You're not the first person to tell me that, bro. I mean, a lot
Nothing
of
against
people-
fat guys, you know.
Yeah. I mean, my props to the fat tuberos too. You know, ellos sí le soplan. I mean, I try my best. I try my
I was
best. But, I mean, con que salga el sonido es todo.
A lot of weight to gain, right?
Man,
Get there, right?
a lot of McDonald's.
Yeah, a lot of McDonald's.
Yeah, McDonald's.
We just say McDonald's, so you know.
Yeah, they like McDonald's.
Do you ever be like out of breath after? Just like any of
Nah, I mean, in the beginning, yeah, because you know you gotta get used to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I smoke a lot too, so
yes.
it's kind of hard sometimes. But the worst thing about it, you just get like a cuts on your lips, and that's pretty much it. But it just
So
burns.
y'all be like breaking a sweat too, huh? 'Cause I assume y'all be like sweaty as hell too.
Hell yeah, bro! I always gotta towel. you just gotta drink water, bro. Be hydrated,
Stay hydrated, yo.
Hey, talk about how your legs was busting,
bro. We played on Saturday. My lip was all bleeding like the first hour already, bro. I'm like,
they be
fuck.
busting you.
Bro, like the chapsticks. Do you use chapstick or does it like fuck with like the way you? Play
Nah,
the
I
tuba?
be using the chapstick, bro, but that shit don't even fucking work. Hell nah.
Yeah, so going back to the 3 times you had to reconstruct it, like what happened? If you're okay with saying it.
So basically, so like what happened? Why did each member leave? Type thing, like run it down like that.
Why did you guys have a falling out?
Like what? Like did you guys see a different direction or just?
So well, I mean, I can't really say. I could say certain things about this. So I mean, I'm just gonna lay it down. So like the first person was Omar. That he was the first one that that left.
You don't have to name him if
Yeah,
you
you
want.
don't-
You don't have to name him.
just-
Oh, yeah.
You could just say.
Yeah, you could just say the first member.
Alright.
If you don't feel
second,
comfortable, it's fine.
Yeah, no, it's better to keep it that way.
yeah.
So yeah, the first member he just left. For his own. He's trying to do his own thing. And then from there, I'm not gonna lie. There was a time where you guys had brought up about you ever get sad or something like that, right? Like it brought you down or something like that.
Yeah.
That one brought me down because I was young at the time, so I didn't really know, like the feeling of like losing someone like that after you had made something, So when that happened, I was like, damn, like is it me or is it what's going on? But there was people around me telling me like, bro, that has nothing to do with you. Like you guys were basically on tour by yourselves, going to Jaripels, doing all these big things with big artists, and you guys were hella young. You know what I'm saying? I would go to big dogs, they would look at me like, bro, who's your manager? It's me. Like you, like bro, how old are you? Like I'm 16. Like what the hell? And I'm over there counting money, bro, in their offices. They're bringing me to their offices counting money. And they're looking at me, having side conversations like, dude, this dude is going crazy. Like, bro,
He's going.
he has no manager. He's his own manager. And he's
Yeah.
getting this done. So when that,
Sorry to cut you off, but like that's dope that you said that, like how you had people around you that told you like, oh, that it wasn't you. Because
Yeah.
it's one of the most important things that I've always brought up is like it's important to have like a good environment around you, and the fact that y'all said like y'all like bring each other up when y'all like are down or something like that's dope as hell.
For sure. And you know, like it was a sad situation. That one, like I ain't gonna lie to you, like shit. You know, we shed a little tears. Like, you know, it was emotional because, you know, it's like I feel like this is like you're damn like in a relationship with someone, you know, because you're spending so much time with them, so much, you know, you're traveling with them, you're getting spending time with them, you know, you see them like as a family at the end of the day. So it's like to lose a member like that, it's kind of like damn, like it kind of throws you off, you know, like damn, what happened? Like we was doing so good, bro, like. But you know, it just some people just take it as in, you know, whatever they take it in, and just. People know what I'm talking about if they really see it from like their perspectives, you know.
Yeah.
I don't want to say, you know, because I'm still cool with everybody, you know. I don't want to make them feel
that's dope.
make them feel a certain way or nothing like that. But regardless, you know, we just kept it. I kept it going, you know. After that one threw me off though because I did lose a lot of people because of that. Because I get into this little. Like when I get depressed or whatever, I get into like I lock myself from everybody. Like I don't let people talk to me. Whenever I want to talk to them, I'll call you. I can have like 100 missed calls, bro, from different people, bro, and I'm not gonna answer nobody because I just want to be to myself.
You think that helps with your music making ability, or?
I mean, yeah, because I mean, I feel like I don't have to stress about anything that's going around me. You know, if I'm doing good, I don't feel like I don't need to talk to someone at the time. Then I'm not gonna talk to you, you know, till I feel like I'm mentally good to be able to talk to you about something, you know.
Yeah, I wanted to ask a question. Is like, how do you like your creative process? Like when you write a song, like how do you like go to work, or it's just like it just comes to you?
Like personal experiences or how?
Not like his like way about making music.
Oh yeah, like when you make a song.
So what inspires me? Like why
How
do
you
I
go about it? Just like
Like is it personal or you just write?
Sometimes yeah, it's a story. It's like it depends. If it's a romantic song, it's like I'm feeling it at the time. You know, I just maybe did something with a certain someone, and you know, I just wanna express myself of how that felt. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've noticed when it's personal, they're pretty good. Like Lo que yo siento, that's my favorite song. By the way, it's really good.
That's a
So like
that's a hood classic.
I guess my question, or like just run me through how you wrote that. Like
So that, you know, that was a pretty big one. It's crazy that you mentioned that one because
that
that one's the one that really set it off in my
you
music
used to go
career.
on Instagram live all the time to like play all these songs,
Yeah.
and people would be like drop it, and then you wouldn't. Hell, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody mad.
People would always complain about that. Like, why you take so long to drop stuff? Because I don't know. I just like to heat up the pot. You know.
Yeah.
I like to
that
have
song was
people.
really good, bro. Really good.
Yeah, hell yeah. So right on for that. But that song was literally the one that started off. You know, that took off the record deals. You know, people started looking at me. Big dogs that would have never thought would hit me up. Like big things like that after that song, because I feel like, yeah, like you said, I really wrote that from heart because of a certain someone, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it hit, you know, that one's the one that hit. That's when I realized when you really gotta write from like, you know, from your heart, you know.
How long
Feelings.
did it take you to write that?
I ain't gonna lie, I wrote that song in like 30 minutes.
You're lying. No way. I was thinking, you know, a couple of days you just heartbroken right now.
Nah.
That's pretty good though.
It's like no, I could kind of relate because you know, like
Bro, come on, you can't toot your own horn yet.
no. I'm just saying, like real shit. Like sometimes, like I don't know if you could relate, but like it just comes out. Like it's like
Yeah.
subconsciously just coming out. You know what I mean?
Because you're feeling it at the time, so you want to just
It's
express
just like
your
you're
feelings.
like in the zone or something.
Yeah, you're in the zone. It's freshly happened. It's freshly in your mind, so you just want to let that go and let it happen. You know?
Tying back into, you said how you like restructured your group like 3 times. Like, what do you see different in this time compared to the other ones where you're like, oh, like I see a lot of potential in this one?
So in this one, you know, like certain people, I'm very patient with certain people, you know, like because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna get someone that's hella raw but not responsible, or I'm not gonna get someone that's hella good but then doesn't show up or stuff like that, you know, or doesn't, you know, like doesn't know what respect is or certain things, you know. So in this, you know, you just gotta take it. You gotta take it
One step at a time.
one step at a time. Man, what was I talking about?
Just like, what do you see like the potential in this group of, like, because you've constructed it like 3 times, and like, what do you see?
Oh, with
different
this one. So yeah, what do I see differently with this one? Basically, with this one, I feel like, all right, we got certain people that don't got much experience, yeah. But at the end of the day, if I'm seeing it from my perspective that I see a lot of potential in them in the future. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe right now it's a little rough. Maybe yeah, you gotta take a little. I feel like you gotta take 2 steps back so that way you could take 4 steps later on. You know?
Yeah.
So that's how I always am. You know, it's always not gonna be all like flowers and all that. You know, you gotta start from the bottom a little bit again, even though you haven't really started from the bottom. You know, but musically wise, I feel like we're there, but not all the way there. Like we can be in a few more months. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we're still getting it done. We're still making it happen. And I feel like with this grupo, I feel a little bit more. I feel more like it's like this little feeling that you just feel it.
You feel it.
You know, the connection, everything. It feels good. You know, it's people that I would have never felt like I would have ended up with, and it's crazy. You know, it's like damn, like I actually feel like I found people that I could relate to, I could bond with them, and you know, make do what we love to do, which is music. You know.
So with the like, it depends how you want to take the question. Like, what's your end goal? Whether it be with music or just like as you know, like personally, you know what I mean? Like
for both of y'all.
Yeah, for both of y'all.
What's your angle as in what?
Like
what do you want from this? Like what do you see? What do you guys see?
Like, what's the end goal?
Like when have you
so check it out. So as soon as someone makes it, I mean, obviously you're making millions. You're making millions of streams. You got a lot of sponsors coming to you with money, talking about money. You got meetings with big artists, big companies talking about certain contracts with certain songs. I mean, you know, there's an actual big music life in this. Like every day you're gonna be doing something. You're gonna be in the studio for like a week, making an album or whatever the case is. Practice is gonna be going crazy. You know, going on tour. Going on tour is a big one. You know, once you get on that tour and you just start hopping on with different artists from the same company that you're in, or collabing with different big companies, making big audiences, like filling up the Oracle. What is it called? Is it even called the Oracle?
Nah, I think it's called the Oakland Arena.
Oh, it's Arena.
They changed
I
it.
didn't even know that.
So look, check it out. So
That's crazy.
fill up the Oakland Arena, fill up the Microsoft Theater. You know, once I feel like we doing all that, man, that's when you know, like, all right, we're doing something now. We're getting somewhere. Like I feel like that's not all the way, but that's a big step in it. Because then more money is involved, which means more money is gonna be involved. More investments are gonna be involved.
Yeah, at the day is what you're most passionate about, you know.
Yeah.
How do you see it, Juan?
Shit, to be honest, I mean, I just want to fill up as many arenas as possible. I mean, I seen my little brother do it from Cuerda Elegante. Shout out to you, little bro. But I mean, I seen him do it. You know, I was behind the scenes and shit like that. And I mean, I want to do the same thing as they did. You know, I mean, it felt good for him. I'm pretty sure. I want to see what that feels like.
And he was always around it too.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been around this whole music industry. Like, you know, he was signed to Rancho Humilde. Right now, he's signed to Universal and shit. So, I mean,
Universal's a big company.
He's doing his thing. And I'm just following his footsteps. Even though he's younger than me, but you know,
That's what's up. That's cool.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, he's still from the Bay too.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm from Richmond. I mean, Sinaloa, but you know, Richmond.
Does your little brother play the tuba as well, or does he play a different instrument?
He's a singer.
Oh, he's a singer.
Yeah, my
Okay,
little brother's a
that's pretty
singer.
cool.
That's what's up.
I mean, I just want to say, like, that's dope how, like, y'all just dreaming big, because anyone else would be like, oh, like, what are you talking about? Like, it's too big for y'all. But, like, don't, like I said, just block all that noise off. Like, just keep dreaming big, and, like, it's going to happen eventually, you know?
No, for sure. That's how I always thought about it. I feel like everything I've really put my work to, anything I really, say that I'm going to do, in a way, it really does happen. It could take a little while, but if you keep to it, it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? You just it's up to you if you want to move forward in this life.
What's your favorite performance or, like, event that you've been to so far? Or most memorable?
There's a lot. There's events that I had in Reno, Nevada. That was a cool experience, because it's different. Like, the raza out there is different, like it's the Mexican, different types of turning up, different types of drugs or whatever is involved. It's like different cultures out there. So I mean, it's cool. Even we got talking about stuff like that, about events. We got an event coming up soon, May 6th in Santana. We're gonna be dropping a little flyer for you guys.
I got that.
We got it. We'll
Night
post
6
it.
in Santana.
We'll post a flyer on this little video if we got it. You know.
So,
But
no, we appreciate the time you taking the day out of the time to be the first guest in the Lunch Table podcast.
Let's go.
So now Alan's gonna go ahead and play a little snippet for y'all, and hopefully y'all enjoy.
hell yeah. To all my people, para toda la gente de la raza, aquí andamos por Alianza Efectiva. Para que lo esperen muy pronto, unas semanas, va a salir este corridazo. Corridos 2022. Vámonos, viejo. Varias tragedias que me han pasado, eso no importa, yo sigo brillando. Varias damas para un relajo, peligrones, buen amigo. Socios son muy pocos y eso va pa' largo, tengan cuidado. Me mantengo solo y discreto en lo mío. No digo mi nombre, soy respetado en lo que ando. Para que lo esperen muy pronto, to my people straight from the Bay.
Anything you want to say, Alan?
I mean, thank you guys for inviting me. You know, you guys gonna see us more often doing little things like this. Wait on new projects. We got a corrido coming out with banda coming soon. A little hint, you know, La Peligrosa round 2.